it up, y'all. Y'all quiet today. How y'all doing today? Y'all all right?
We're fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Yes, clap it up. Welcome everybody to Aging Gracefully, the Lemonade Podcast. How y'all doing? It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Woo! Yes, but it's wintertime. We're in the city of Trenton, New Jersey, and when you say wintertime, we're thinking about holiday season. Mm-hmm. Thanksgiving is coming up. Mm-hmm. Christmas, New Year's, all of those different things are coming up. I'm Yolanda L. Robinson. I'm here with my two great co-hosts right here. We got Mr. Daniels right here to the far left of me, and right here in the middle we have Mr. Willis. These two gentlemen are amazing. Clap it up for them, y'all. Yes. So we're just gonna, talk a little bit about, world topics, different things that's been happening. We want to do a recap. That the government is back open. What does that mean? Did we get anything? Did we lose anything? We want to talk about that. We want to talk about the holiday season, what it means to be a senior over 55, to be careful, with people may want to scam you during the holiday season. You have to be careful. People want to sell you a boat when you don't even live by the water. You ain't even got no way to put the boat. You know what I mean?
But that's greed. Yeah. That's greed. If it's too good, nothing is nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing is free. Yeah. Now, why would I even want to push the button and make an inquiry about something that first of all, if I live in a one-room apartment, where am I put the damn boat?
Weird. But hey, we don't know. So let them introduce themselves, and we're going to just get right into our story, because I'm sure these two have something to talk about, because we have the professional agitator, right? And then we have quality of life. So gentlemen, please, let's have a good time.
All right, I have to start it off because I've already been designated to start it off this morning, Clarence Willis Quality of Life. But I do want to say this. There are a lot of giveaways, and it's because it's the season, mm-hmm. not because of the lack of SNAP and this, that, and the other. But I think that, something, I think you should be mindful, because something, some people they end up, like this week, they'll have 7 or 8 turkeys. Mm-hmm. There ain't that much turkey eaten in the world. No. And if you got 7 or 8, that means 6 other people cannot get a turkey that they need mm-hmm. for their table. So I think we should, be mindful, even though times is tough and everything is expensive, because a turkey is $50. Mm-hmm. And that is ridiculous. But the turkey's been $50 for several years. Yeah. So, it's just like anything else. But I do want to just emphasize a little bit on this SNAP situation. And because the government is back open, something? All of you that are on SNAP, all of you that are SNAP sympathizers, think about this. You got a 2, 3, 4-year-old. The proposal coming out of Washington, out of the Department of Agriculture, mm-hmm. is saying, on this SNAP card, you can only get broccoli, asparagus, potatoes, and meat. Well, what are you gonna do? In other words, you can't buy any sugar cereal or this, that. You got to get Kellogg's regular and all like this. Something. But you can, just like we were talking about earlier, and you might want to jump in, Mr. Daniel. You giving all this money to Venezuela. Mm-hmm. You giving all, Israel.
Big business.
Go ahead.
Ford Motor Company, BP, and all these other oil companies, the NFL, mm-hmm. the NBA, mm-hmm. But you got a name for it. Mm-hmm. Stipends and all kind of names, but it's welfare. Mm-hmm. But you're going to cut people off of welfare that really need it. Mm-hmm. People that go to work every day. See, everybody that gets snapped don't sit in the house and play games all day.
Working poor.
It's to supplement and help people. Right. And plus, it's the American people money. Yeah. I hear all these politicians talking about, we are going to do well with the people money. We're going to take care of, well, give them some money. Mm-hmm. Help them, help the people.
Well, what do you think about this $2,000 stimulus that they're debating, and the economists are saying, if you're trying to pay down the national debt, this is going to throw it the other way. So what's the difference?
They're not trying to pay down the national debt. If they were trying to pay down the national debt, they wouldn't have this big tax cut that they fighting over for the rich. Why does a millionaire need a tax cut? Somebody please tell
Well,
me.
the fight is
Why
over, because
does
the
the
big
billionaire-
beautiful bill is in.
Yeah,
And it
but-
takes effect after the midterm elections next year.
But you're gonna take people off of SNAP.
Yeah,
You're gonna cut Social Security, you're
Yeah.
gonna cut Medicaid, Medicare,
Yeah.
you're gonna raise insurance just to give these people a big beautiful bill
Right.
that's robbing.
Get rich.
but remember one thing too, if this goes through and you have to work to get your SNAP benefits, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna backfire on you, because of the fact that every penny you make, if you make $1, they're gonna take $2 off your SNAP card. You know,
What-
just like they do when you're on SSI and you work, for every dollar you make, they take 2 back off your check,
Right.
you know? So they're not giving you a damn thing.
Well, my question, this is the question that I have for the United States government. If you can give Venezuela $40 billion, why is it that you couldn't take that $40 billion and give it to the most needed in America? See, every time you give out money, you don't have to give millionaires and billionaires money, because you're giving them all with tax credit and all kind of loopholes. They have all kind of loopholes.
But you're contradicting not you, but you're contradicting yourself when you say, okay, I gave Venezuela $40 billion, but then all at the same time, you got the naval fleet sitting out there in the Caribbean, blowing up everything that's going up and down the Caribbean, and also inside of Venezuela, you giving that money so the people won't overthrow his government? What are you doing?
They wanna take the oil. They got a lot of oil over there.
But it's not coming here.
Yeah, but they wanna take it.
Or they want to take the
Yeah, they
oil, you
wanna
say?
take the
Oh,
oil,
yeah.
they set it up to take it.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Mhm.
See, in America, let me just lay it out here for you. America, everything in America is based on race. Everything. I don't care how
Based
you
on
slice
what?
the cake, race.
Okay.
Racism. Everything
Okay.
is based on racism.
Mhm.
Whenever there's a discussion, there's always the blacks over here, the whites over here,
That's right.
so forth, so forth, so forth, and so on. So now, we don't have access to whiteness,
That's right.
but other groups that come to America have access to whiteness. Maybe it's not because they don't like blacks, but they want access to whiteness so they can have some opportunities
That's right.
that black people don't have.
That's right.
See, your color is a stigma, being black. You can't pretend to say, well, I'm white or white looking, because I am a black person. So we're gonna do all we can to keep black people down. So that's where people like Vivek Ramaswamy come in. He comes in, Scott, won't access, Senator Scott from South Carolina, and all your black
Right, right.
conservatives that want access to white people, they'll tell you there is no racism in America.
That's right.
In the meantime, all the while, they're trying to destroy black history. They don't want black people to know their history. They don't want white children to know black history. Then the white children would know white people have done to black people
That's right.
since they've been in America. So the key to this whole thing is to keep black people down. And then you got these blacks on these podcasts that study beating black people down and black women. Whenever a black man defends black people, there's another black man over there talking about he's a MAGA Republican, tearing this person down. And this because this person is fighting for these people. And then you got a lot of these entertainers trying to act like politicians, be in places saying things they shouldn't be saying, building up MAGA and don't know it. Mickey Minaj or whatever her name is, and all the little
With the girl from Texas?
Lil Wayne and all them people.
With the girl from Texas?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what she...
I've been following her, and I'm gonna tell you what, out of all the black, she's a Democrat out of Texas. She's
No. You talking about Jasmine Crockett.
Crockett.
That's who you talking
Okay,
about.
yeah, I've been following her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, everybody's
you know
following
something?
her.
You know something? But she is factually telling the truth.
Right.
And it is so refreshing to hear. And, you know, it's just like the other day she said, well, this is what Trump said about me, but and you know something, you're right.
Just laugh it
Because you know
off.
something, he is on his way. If they follow through, okay, on his former chief of staff, he is on his way to jail.
They're not gonna do it.
I believe it.
They're not gonna do it.
I believe it. Would they
Because
they
if
gonna
he
kill
was
the
on his way to
man
jail-
and kill all the evidence? Because that's the only way it's
If
not
he was
gonna
on his
happen.
way to jail, he would have been in jail. He got 34 felony convictions.
Well, no, that's
That's
another,
fine.
yeah,
He
that's
was
another
in jail.
ruling altogether.
They had a
All
chance,
right?
they had a chance to impeach him, but Mitch McConnell and them wouldn't do it.
No, they
See,
wouldn't.
they are
No,
all,
wouldn't.
they are all in this thing together.
All this is gonna come out.
They are all in it
but
together.
all this is gonna come out, let's see what the midterms bring. Because you know something, it is a fact. If the Democrats take control in the midterms of the House, okay, and pick up a few more seats in the Senate, you can't veto everything because they can override your veto.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right? So, you know, that's the little beam of hope on the little bit of beam on quality of life coming next year. But if you stay home, or if they fool you with this stimulus $2,000, like you did before with that little $1,400,
I got
okay?
298.
You got 298? You must owe
298.
somebody.
So look at it, wait a minute, now listen now. One thing you have to give Republicans, they stand on what they stand on. Democrats get wishy-washy. Now, Hakeem Jeffries, he's not the man for the job at the hour. He's not the man of the moment. Cory Booker, he's not the man for the moment. See, we need some Democrats with some nerve. I see more black women
Oh, yeah.
with more nerve than a lot of these black men that beating in their chest all day, every day.
Absolutely.
I see it every day. Jasmine Crockett. If Cory Booker were to speak like Jasmine Crockett, then you would hear a voice. Then you hear a lot of movement going on. You see a lot of movement. But you don't see it. Hakeem Jeffries. See, Cory Booker is always talking about my friend across the aisle. That is not your friend, that man trying to cut your throat. How is he your friend? He's doing everything he can to degrade and humiliate your people, but he your friend.
He could flip you over.
You can't like me and hate black people.
That's right.
There's somewhere in the world, if you're not black, say, I like Daniel, but I hate black people.
You know, that's a
You
very
can't- it
good,
can't
that's a
be
very
done.
good thought, because you know,
It can't be
a
done.
lot of people in interracial relationships, that white person loves you. It don't mean he love all of us.
And vice
Okay?
versa.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
this is what people got to understand.
Absolutely.
And then again, when an interracial couple, when they sit down and have discussion, they can't really have an honest discussion because he don't want to hurt her feelings and she don't want to hurt his feelings. See,
No, they pick sides. They pick sides. They either come into the black community, which they're not
They,
going to do,
they ain't gonna pick this
but
side.
they go to the white community and then they live a white life, okay, with all those benefits.
On the verge.
That we don't know
They
anything
live
about.
on the verge of a white life.
Well, as long as she is with him or him is with her, they live in a white life.
No, she living a white life.
Mhm.
He's just there because she's one of them. They accept her, and they just go along with him because he's there. You understand? Now, if he rich, there's a lot of pretending.
Oh,
You hear a lot
absolutely.
of rich black people saying, "My white friend." They got a lot of white friends,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know it's the money that they got. They got them the attachment.
Mm-hmm.
They got the attachment. If it don't be for the money, the people that
They
they
wouldn't give
dealing
you
with
the time
wouldn't
of
be
day.
dealing with it.
Wouldn't give you the time
And
of
I
day.
hear all I'm talking about. Now, this is something that I always wonder. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. I grew up in the segregated South. I mean, segregated. Now, one thing we didn't have to worry about in our neighborhood was police brutality because we didn't see the police. If you called them, they wasn't coming. They was not coming. I don't care what you told them. Then one time, a house in my neighborhood caught fire. They called the fire department, the house still burning. The truck,
That's
How
not
many years
funny.
ago-
That's not funny.
How many years
the
ago?
truck ain't got there yet. I'm telling you the honest to God truth.
You lived it,
The
it's the
trouble,
truth.
the
That's
trouble
right.
have
Yeah.
not
Right.
gotten there. I'm telling you the honest to God truth.
But now here in Trenton, it was just the opposite. They would come and whoop your ass.
Yeah, but,
So you didn't want them to come.
You want them to come?
You did not want them to come. Now, you know how Willow Street used to jump? Okay? But you could hear, first of all, you could eat off the sidewalk. That was number one. Number two, if you didn't know where to go, wasn't nobody gonna tell you where to go. Okay? You had to know where to go on Willow Street to do what you had to do. All right? But the main objective, I remember my stepfather told me, we do not want them to come up here. I said, why don't you want them to come up here? He said, because they will beat your behind here on Willow Street, take you down to the first precinct, which is an office building now, down at the end of Willow Street. You remember that first precinct used to be? All right, whip your ass again.
Ooh.
Okay? And throw you in the jail, take you in front of the judge with your face all brutal and everything else, and the judge will turn around and sentence you. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, the
So
punishment is
I mean, it was rough where you came from, but it was reality where we came from.
Well, see, here's the deal. In America,
Mm-hmm.
you never hear anyone say black people have the right to defend themselves. Never. You never hear anyone say black people have the right to defend themselves.
Specifically say, black people.
Right,
have-
black
okay,
people have
right.
the right.
Mhm.
Just like they say Israel have the right to protect itself.
Mhm.
You never hear anyone say, because there is no protection from the police for black people. Police, you see how they beat Rodney King? All those policemen that was out there, all of them should have gone to jail. The ones that were beating them and the ones that were standing around.
That's right.
Now, the police can come up to you, beat you down, and if you hit him back, you going to jail for assault on a police
That's
officer.
right.
But he's not going to jail for
this
assaulting you.
moment, to this day.
Right, there is
Okay.
no protection, there is no protection for black people in America. None, there is no protection. Because if the white man say you did it, you did it. You did it. Now you got to prove that you did. They don't have to go to prove you did. You got to prove that you did.
That's right.
And it's sad because now what we don't have, this is what we did, it angers me. We don't have any businesses for our young people to have jobs.
That's right.
See, we keep talking about
That's right.
we need some jobs. Well,
That's right.
create some jobs.
That's right.
See, this is what we need to do. We don't have no black corner stores. We don't have anything.
We talked about that last Monday.
We
right
don't
here.
have
Yes, we did.
anything. But now,
But wait a minute, Mr. James, the resistance. Now, Yvonne and I were part of a conversation last Monday right here in this room after the service. The resistance was, and they wanted me to shut up, but I kept right on talking. The resistance was, you have no vision for yourself. The example was this. You can make a fortune downtown, Trenton, if you go back to the 1776 theme. To bring, like if you go to Yardley, if you go to Lambertville, these places, you have a colonial theme. People come to be a part of that. But down here, who would want to come with it looking like this? So if you have money, and you have money, why don't you put your money together and rent a spot, since you're not buying, but rent that spot and turn it into a colonial theme. And see, you got 55,000 people that work in downtown Trenton Monday through Friday.
yeah, but see, here's another problem. There is no investment going on in Trenton, in the black community. Now, in the last 40 years, the only thing I've seen black people build in the last 40 years that I've seen now,
You talking about in Trenton?
in Trenton,
Okay.
is that church on Martin Luther King Boulevard with Samaritan,
Okay.
and that church over there on East State Street. What else has black people built? What business or commercial building have black people built in the city of Trenton?
None,
So now,
None.
you don't have a trade school.
right?
You don't have anywhere, any centers where people can go and get information. You don't have a place where blacks could go and sit down and talk to each other. You don't have a place where black leaders call people together just to have discussions on things about what we're gonna do to make the
Oh,
city
they have
better.
discussions and they call people together, but they're not doing nothing. They're just
But what
filling
they
the room.
calling them at?
Well, what's up with the 100 men? Okay?
What 100 men?
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Everything that African Americans in this town are doing, if you're not in the clique, you don't get any information.
Well, you don't get nothing done with the clique.
And that's why nothing is
You
done.
don't get nothing done with the clique.
Well,
But you
that's the deal.
You get a lot of good sound bites, people talking,
You
sounding
don't even
good.
get that.
But you don't get
You
no.
don't even get that, because I know some of them, some of them have been on this program, told me about a breakfast that they had a week before we did, the executive director for the housing authority. My nephew was at this function, okay, as a former councilman. Well, what did you all discuss? What's the outcome? You know what Godfrey said? Oh, there were a lot of people there. No, come on, you have to
That's
tell
it?
the truth. And what did my nephew say? It was a lot of people came. So now, first of all, who knew but you all? Okay? And what did you accomplish?
First off,
As usual.
what was the theme of the meeting?
100 black men getting together. Now,
To do what?
what should it mean? It means that we are going to try to strategize and pull ourselves together economically. What did it mean? It was a social function for them to sit around there. Well, I got this job, and I got that job, and I'm making this, and I'm making that. But you know something? Where did you come from?
Well, see, this is what I would like to say. If I had 100 black men at a meeting like that, and they want to move the city forward, this would be.
You said if. That's
Yeah,
a big
but
word.
I'm saying, but that's what they're there for.
That's right.
That's what they're there for.
That's right.
They'll say they want to make progress, they want to move, they want to do some things. Okay, we got 100 men in this room. In order to do things, you got to have some money. You got to have money. All you guys, from what I'm looking at, you look like you're doing pretty good. You got good jobs and positions and everything. So why don't we try this? Why don't we try this? Why don't we all put up $10,000? That'll give us $1 million. And let's go to work from there. Then let's sit down and see what the city of Trenton needs the most to accommodate black people. What is it that we really need to get this city moving, to bring black people together? First thing we need a grocery store. We don't have a grocery store.
Need a pharmacy?
We do not have a grocery store. We don't have a drugstore.
Sure.
We don't have anything. So wherever we start is the beginning.
It'll be perfect.
So first thing we do, why don't we go and see about buying that shopping center over there
on
Hermitage Avenue? We go over there and we buy that.
A property that you
And
start
we
from
put
scratch?
up all stores in that shopping center. Put everything to get started. We put a grocery store there first. We put a restaurant in there. We put a laundromat in there. We put a hair salon in there for men, women, so forth and so on. But now here's my thing. What we're gonna do, we're gonna raise another $40,000 or $50,000 just to send young men and young women, or old men or old women, don't make any difference to me, to school to be cosmetologists, to do nails. See, it just don't make sense. You go by a nail shop, all our people in there sitting in there getting their nails done. You see how many jobs we create for somebody else? And then say we don't have any jobs? Now imagine if blacks had these nail shops and blacks were sitting in. Look at how the money would turn around in the black community.
It would stay in the community.
Now, you do have one or two.
Where?
That, my daughter has one.
Where?
You can go in there and get your nails done, get your hair braided, get
Where?
your hair done. Right on Home Avenue. You know where Terry's shop is. Right over there up the street from Stoke School. Okay? So, I mean, and the right there on Baylor Street where I live at, there's a new braid shop, black owned, black operated. Where Razor Sharp used to be, is in Trenton.
I said braid, you talking about, I'm talking about nail shop. I know braid shop they have. I know.
If you go into these, in other words, they don't advertise, this is what I'm finding out. You don't advertise all your goods that you offer. When you go in there, I can get my nails done, I can get a pedicure, or this, that, and the other, okay? Because I know my granddaughter, she does pedicure, she does nails, she does braids, this, that, and the other, in that shop on Home Avenue. But, it's like I tell them, you gotta advertise your wares so that people know, okay? My wife did hair for 40 years, and she was like our colleague that we just lost. They were queens of that California curl.
Oh, yeah.
A $5 jar make you $900. That's an excellent return.
Yes,
But one thing they knew through word of mouth, because I ain't seen nobody put no flyer out yet. She does a better curl than he does, or she did, and they all made money.
But
Okay?
this is what I'm talking about us running away from the culture. See, everything that happened is not black culture. Every time a black person does something, that is not black culture. It's just a black person doing something, or some black people
But as
doing
long
something.
as that black person is doing it for themselves, you make more, as well as I know. You're not gonna make no money working for somebody. You got to take that chance and be in charge of your own destiny with your business, okay? When I catered, I went to work for the white man for Blue Cross Blue Shield, so I wouldn't have to pay for it. All right, but the money was on the catering, and if I had a catering job not supposed to be to work, guess where I went? I went to the catering
Well,
job.
I went to work
Okay.
because they trying to put me in jail. That's why I went to work. 'Cause they were trying to put, the judge told me to get a job. They were trying.
I heard that, but I wanted you to break that
I'm
up.
telling you the truth. The judge
I heard that when I lived in the house.
judge told me to get a job. They tried to put me in
Hey,
jail.
whatever reason, let that be the reason.
That's your choice.
That's how I ended up with a job.
So he didn't discriminate against you, he said either be productive legally, and if you don't wanna be productive legally, we will put you away, and now you have a piece of paper.
And that's what happened.
And that's how
The lawyer
it is.
told me, said, listen, said, we can't win this case. They're not gonna let you win.
Mm-hmm.
You better get a job. I said, man, I don't want no job. He said, you better get a job. The judge will put you in jail. So I went down there and talked to the judge. I went and talked to the judge.
You did?
Mr. Appleboy Robinson carried me to talk to the judge. And I sat down and talked to the judge. And this is what the judge said to me, because this is what the prosecutor had said to him. Mr. Daniel, you haven't had a job in the last 4 years. And I just looked at him. He was 16 years old. I hadn't had a job in 20 years.
Okay.
He was 16 years old. So so the prosecutor had told the judge, he got to be doing something wrong. He don't work, he don't get no Social Security, he don't get nothing, he don't get no welfare. So he got to be doing something wrong. So the judge asked me, what did I do? I told him I pick up cans. You know, I pick up cans.
Okay.
So the judge told me, say, no, I want you to get a job. So I went and got a job. My friend of mine, Mr. Bill Thompson, came and told me, said, listen, Mr. Bugger Leggett is hiring security at Trenton House Authority. So let me go up there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So I go up there. Mr. Leggett gave me a job. He said, now you gonna stay on? I said, since you gave it to me, I'm gonna stick with it. Because you taking a chance with me, and I will not let you down. That's how I became security at Trenton House.
Great story, yes. Oh. Great story.
But see, that's black on black, and a
Support.
black in control to do that for you. Now, you know, if them white ones were still running the housing authority,
I would've
at
had
that
a job.
time, there you go.
See, one
There you
thing,
go.
one thing
There you
about
go.
Mr. Leggett, when they started complaining about the people that he was hiring for security,
Mm-hmm.
he explained to them, can't no choir boys do this job. I don't want no choir boys out there, 3 o'clock in the morning. What they gonna do out there, 3 some jump off?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Which made
right.
all the sense in the world.
Right, well, especially in down at
And
home.
they all looked out for Mr. Leggett. Mr. Leggett is the only executive director at the time that will walk through Trenton Housing Authority and all the sites, 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock in the morning,
Or
5
drive-
o'clock in
or
the morning,
drive through.
10 o'clock, walk through day and night. I mean, you might see him pop up
That's
just
right.
anytime, walking through the project, just
That's right.
walking through.
That's right.
And you know they was gonna look out for him.
That's good.
And that's how we got the job. And I'll take a job with Mr. Leggett tomorrow, and I sure don't like to work. But I'll take a job with him tomorrow. Believe me, that's the respect I have for what he done for the people
Yeah.
that he hired.
Well, that's true, but I lived under his directorship, his second directorship, and I was disappointed with his attitude, because his attitude was not a positive one, because the residents were still in the same shithole that they were in when he came in the second time. I can't talk about the first time, when he gave you the job, that was his first go-around as the executive director. When they brought him back, and I was in the position to go to the Board of Commissioners, and my support for him meant something, and I went to a couple of the commissioners, go on and vote for him, such and such and so and so. I could slap myself in the face about 80 times. Every time I saw, you know, it's like, come on. And when he came in, when I finally got him to come to where, the building that I lived in, I said, you know, Mr. Leggett, I'm really glad that you finally made it over here. I'm getting ready to introduce you. He took me like this. He said, I don't need nobody to introduce me. I said, you know something, the hell with you too.
You know what, moving on.
I mean, like, come on. Come on.
I
And
didn't know
it was
that.
downhill.
I didn't know that,
from there.
Mr. Lake.
Oh, I didn't either.
I never met
I
him.
didn't either, because you know something, I'm gonna tell you what, all of us used to go to the turf club. When Big Ed and all them was down there, and he's related to Big Ed and all that other. That wasn't the same bucket lady that was sitting there with Big Ed and all the rest of them. Now, everybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, but you flip the script the second time around. And the first time, you had to leave or you was gonna go to jail.
Well, listen, I just want everyone, did y'all have a good time? Cause these two, y'all did a great job talking today. It was a great show. Anybody got any more thoughts? I know, next week we're gonna be talking about, the holiday, you know, we want everybody to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We don't want nobody to be hungry on Thanksgiving Day, you know. If you know someone that needs to be with someone, invite them over or take a meal to them. If you have a turkey, get it split down the middle and share it with someone else. If you know you can't eat a whole turkey. Instead of let it go to waste, share it. You know, Thanksgiving is about sharing, giving, you know, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? What are we thankful for? You know what I mean? What are we thankful for this Thanksgiving? You know, and try to be safe. Make sure you don't cook too soon. I don't want to go to nobody's house if you don't started cooking already. No, Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Don't start cooking yet. You don't need to bake no pies, no stuff. You don't need to do none of that yet. Don't make no potato salad, nothing.
No, it's a little early for
It's
that.
too early. It's too early.
It's too early
Just
for
wait.
that.
You can even take a turkey out probably maybe tomorrow, or maybe you know.
No, you
maybe
can take that
Wednesday.
turkey out, put it in the
Yeah,
refrigerator
that-
today, if it's frozen, and let it gradually, cause by Tuesday or Wednesday, she'll be thawed, then you can season her and
And then-
still leave her in the refrigerator and put her in Thursday morning, you'll be good to go.
Be good to go.
I'll
But
cook
don't
for
do
50
nothing else
years
though.
now.
Don't do no cake and pies and all that stuff. Just hold on for that. But also, like I said, just be thankful.
Yes, right?
Like you said, don't take advantage. You know people are giving out food. Don't be that one to take 10,000 turkeys. Just share. But listen, everyone, be safe. Come back. Don't forget, come see these guys December 7th.
I'm hosting that show,
December
ain't I?
14th and December 21st. These gentlemen, along with other men, they will be having a seat at the table at Hub 13, and they will be talking about some good stuff. I'm your host, Yolanda L. Robinson, and you are watching us live on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe on that page, y'all. We'll talk with you soon. Woo! Yes,
That was a good one.
yes. Let me shut it down.